All right, so I'm bringing you a little bit of an unboxing video, and I did purchase a couple of mounts and an optic for my ADM UIC Mod 2, and I did purchase this Aero Precision ultralight scope mount. Here's the mount. It is very lightweight. It weighs a little over 3 ounces, which is very light for a mount. I know some people have had issues with the durability of this particular mount, but I didn't buy this mount particularly for the durability, although Aero Precision does make some pretty good stuff. So I've never tried out an Aero Precision ultralight mount, but I've already got it ready and everything. I did purchase a Warren XL MSR mount in OD green. I got my bubble levels ready too, so I could mount the optic. And I did purchase a pretty nice optic from Euro Optic. And I'm going to unbox it just to show you what I got. And I'm actually in the process of purchasing a couple of optics. I'm probably going to put this one on my lightweight build. I'm not going to lie, because I wanted an LPVO for my lightweight build, but I didn't want something really heavy. I really do like the Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 1:6. I will probably end up waiting until they come out with a first focal plane version of it, just like they did with their Strike Eagle, because I mentioned in another video that I wanted a Strike Eagle first focal plane, but I think I'd just much rather have that, what do you call it? The Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 in a first focal plane. 1:6, 1:8. 1:8 would be optimal for an LPVO and first focal plane, but I would take a 1:6 too, depending on what the price point was. So as you can see by the boxing here, a nice white box with red and black accents on it. It is a Trijicon. And for those who didn't see, it is a Trijicon AccuPoint. And I was doing a lot of research on optics and what a good optic would be. And the reason why I picked this Trijicon was for a couple of reasons. One being it is a very lightweight LPVO. It weighs in at roughly a little over 14 ounces. It might be like 14.2, I believe. And then with the Aero Precision ultralight mount, it'll weigh 17 ounces, just a tad bit over 17. So let's see if I can't get this unboxed here. And I was looking at the 1:6. I ended up getting the 1:4 red triangle AccuPoint. Let's see what we got in the box. Comes with some scope covers. I'm not a big fan of bikini scope covers, but it is what it is. And then, as you can see, it's got some nice fiber optic up front. There, it's open all the way. I thought that would be centered, more or less, but let's see if you can't see that. I know it's a little dark in here. Let's open up the fiber optic all the way. You can see a faint red triangle on there, but I do like this because it doesn't take any batteries, no batteries whatsoever. And it's a 1:4. I kind of wish they would have included a throw lever. And the throw levers aren't cheap for this, but it is very smooth. It is capped turrets for your windage and elevation. Nice and clicky. Very tactile and responsive. Let's see if I can't get that to focus. It's not really focusing, but I can tell just by holding this, it feels very lightweight. So again, the reason why I picked this particular optic is because 1:4 will do just fine within, you know, 300 yards, 300 meters or less, whatever you're shooting at. I would usually do a 50 yard zero. That way my my point of aim and the ballistics and everything is the same at 50 yards as it is 200. So I usually just do a 50 yard zero for all my optics, at least all my scopes and stuff. So it is very, very lightweight, and it's Trijicon. I paid a fair penny for this. I paid a little over $700. From what I could see online, that's about what the going rate is for them. I've heard people say that they've been able to find them for like $300 and $400 on the used market. I'm not sure where they're finding them for $300 or $400 used. Maybe that was, you know, 3, 4, 5 years ago, but that's definitely not the case now. If you search on eBay, people are trying to sell used TR24s or Trijicon AccuPoints 1-4s for $700, $750 used. I just go ahead and go with a reputable retailer like Scope List or Euro Optic. I technically bought it from Scope List, but I got it in a Euro Optic box. They're, I believe, the same company. They did free 2-day shipping, although I ordered it on Friday. Today is Tuesday, so it took definitely 4 days to get to me, even with the 2-day shipping. Something that's really cool is if you have a PayPal account, you can make payments on this with no interest if you're interested in a nicer optic. That's something I've definitely utilized before, because I can't always purchase a $700, $800, $900 optic up front. And it's really nice to be able to make, you know, a $200 payment every couple of weeks in order to get the optic that your rifle truly deserves, because I'm starting to realize that good optics are definitely worth it. And while I've had good luck with budget optics like Hollow Suns, Sig Sauers, even Swamp Fox optics, nothing's really going to beat the quality of like brands like Trijicon, Swarovski, EOTech, companies like that, where they're just very, very proven and stuff. So I'm going to put this right now on my ADM. I have done a couple of upgrades to it. I've got a Fortis K2 Castle Nut Nody Green, a Fortis SLS safety selector. I kind of got it as a placeholder until I got my my Radian Talon safety selector switch, but I am really liking these. These are very, very nice selector switches. They're actually more expensive than the Radians, but I picked it up on sale in a combo with an extra 10% off, I think, for both the Castle Nut and the safety selector switch. It ended up costing me like 80 bucks, or sorry, 90 bucks shipped. So I did want to kind of compare it to the optic that I have on here. It's a Swamp Fox 1-10. I just put on here just as a placeholder, but it's definitely, I can definitely feel that it's going to be a lot lighter than this. I think the Swamp Fox Arrowhead 1-10, I believe it weighs 23 ounces, whereas this weighs, you know, 14 ounces. So it weighs 9 ounces less, which is significant when it comes to scopes and stuff. I ordered a couple of slings. I think it's always handy to have a sling. Let's see, I got Magpul Inbus Pros. I finally ordered those too. I went ahead and threw those on. I'm actually waiting on my rear sight. I ordered it from 2 different companies. I got the rear adjustable Magpul Inbus Pro. It should be here tomorrow. And then the Slate Industries Slate Grips and Slate Stop. I do really like those. So I am definitely going for an OD green theme here, more or less. And then the Warren mount that I ordered, I got an OD green too. I'm going to keep the ultralight mount with the Trijicon, and I will probably order 1:6 AccuPower, maybe a German crosshair or something to mount on that Warren mount. And then I was going to order an ADM QD mount, the Recon. They just released their full titanium QD mounts, and I have seen, at least on American Defense Manufacturing's website, that they'll be releasing Cerakoted versions of their titanium, all full titanium mounts. And their full titanium Recon mounts only weigh 5.7 ounces, which is really good for a QD mount, especially of the quality of ADM. So that's probably what I'll end up going with. But that's I'm waiting on a few other upgrades for that ADM, for my ADM, I should say. And I just kind of want to do a quick unboxing and first impressions of this optic. This optic is Japanese glass. It's, I believe, a 30mm tube. Like I said, it's 1:4. It's got a matte finish to it. And it's got a fiber optic reticule that it lights up with light. You can adjust the brightness of that reticle with this. It kind of opens and closes it. So I know when I was in the service, we used to tape off our Trijicon ACOGs in order to get it from washing out the reticle, because it would actually get very, very bright, the fiber optics in the Trijicon ACOGs. And then it's actually got tritium to help at night, but I'm probably going to tell you that the tritium's probably pretty useless when it comes to night, unless you're shooting with night vision or something like that, which I don't have nods at the moment, and I don't think I'll be investing into nods. But I do think this is a quality optic. While there are other optics on the market that have definitely surpassed the TR24, there aren't many optics on the market that have the weight of a TR24. I believe like a Leupold Patrol 1:6 or something like that's pretty lightweight, but you're also talking about a $1,800 optic, where if you really shop smart, you can pick these up for $700, tax, shipping, everything included. And like I said, I would, if you're going to invest and you don't have a lot of money, utilizing something like that PayPal Pay in 4 thing, that like I said, that's really helped me out before, because putting quality gear on your stuff, it isn't a must, but it definitely helps. I've noticed throughout the years, you get what you pay for sometimes. And I do plan on doing a video on things you can skimp on, just as a video idea, parts for your AR-15 that you can cheap out on, that really don't impede on the functionality of the rifle, whereas things that I cheaped out on that I really had bad experiences with, and ended up purchasing a more durable, better part in replacement for it. So I think that'll be a good video. But I do like the packaging that Trijicon did. I like the optic. I like the weight. I like the name. There is something to name behind the name of Trijicon. It's very, like I said, it's a very durable optic. I know this has been tested. This actually has been out on the market for about 12 years, 10, 12 years, something like that. It's been on the market for a long time. And the fact that people are still using it, I think, just means a lot. The fact that there's better glass, better scopes out there. But for the feature set that you're getting, and I really wanted an optic that didn't take batteries, that I could use in a grid down situation. This will work if an EMP hits. Granted, all your scopes will work if your electronics go out, but this reticle will still light up during that time. And I really like that feature. I really hope that Trijicon keeps on making fiber optic scopes, at least in the future. And I hope they improve on this, maybe with the TR26 or TR27, that they'll improve on this 1:4. The only thing that I don't like is that the triangle reticle is very, very fast. It's a very fast optic. It almost works as fast as a red dot, but I don't like the dual post. It kind of blocks things, but at the same time, you're really only blocking targets, you know, in distances of 200-300 meters away. So I'm not as proficient at shooting past, you know, 300 meters as I would like to be. So I think this optic will work just fine for me until I get a little more proficient and some longer range shooting. So, but that's just me. I don't really have a whole lot of ranges that I can utilize to practice a whole lot of longer distance shooting. So I think this will be a good placeholder until then. And then I'll put this on my lightweight build. I'm kind of curious to see how much this with my lightweight Aero Precision mount is going to, you know, weigh down that rifle altogether. So, and just to let you guys know, I mean, I've got all the pieces for it. There's the lower, here's the handguard. I've got the barrel and the gas block. Everything is, you know, ready to go. I've even got all the small parts in for it too. So that I'll probably end up just breaking down and Cerakoting it here in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be working on that lightweight build now that I actually have a decent optic for it, because I didn't have an optic for it before. But yep, I'm excited to get this mounted. I do highly recommend getting some sort of bubble level so you can make sure your scope is level on your mount and everything. So I usually mount the scope on the mount on something flat, and then I'll mount it onto my AR-15. But I'll probably throw that on the ADM right now just to test it out, because I'm just still doing some testing on that ADM and some of the parts that I'm running on that ADM. So anyway, that's my unboxing and first impressions of the Trijicon AccuPoint TR24 Red Triangle, or it's called like the BAC reticle, I believe. My camera doesn't pick up that reticle too easily, but you can see that it is lit up. So very, very excited. I been watching a lot of videos about this optic, and it looks very, very interesting to me. So I'm glad I picked it up. Definitely worth the money to me. So if you have any comments, if you have any experience with the optic, let me know. I'm kind of curious to see if anybody really still utilizes this optic in 2022. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and join me next time.